Game Day. We are live with the first Lobo boys basketball broadcast tonight, and we got a good one. It's the district opener. Marshall Mavericks travel here to Lobo Coliseum to take on the Lobos, and as usual, I'm joined by former Lobo great Keaton Daniels, and a third man in the booth tonight is another former Lobo great, Mr. Ray Wade. How are you doing tonight, Mr. Wade?
I'm doing well, Frank, Keaton. Thank you guys for having me. I know you guys are old heads at this, but I'm looking forward to getting here on the mic and watching some good basketball and see if we can get a Lobo win.
Oh, no. We're going to have some fun. We bring some excitement to us today.
Absolutely.
We do have fun, and the good news for you, Mr. Wade, is me and Keaton have lowered the bar so low for these Lobos fans, broadcast-wise, that there's nothing you can do but raise it.
I'll try not to trip over that bar.
Hey,
but we'll all have fun. I'm looking forward to it. It feels good to be in this arena, and you can kind of feel it's a little lively in here tonight. Normally you would come out years before and it was kind of bland and dead, but it looks like people are here looking forward to some good basketball tonight.
Absolutely. You can tell Longview and Marshall is playing each other because it has that type of feel.
It does.
The same type of energy that you would get during the football season is the same thing tonight. So if anybody's watching this, man, I'm telling you, you're definitely missing an exciting game if you to actually be here.
Yeah, you talk to anyone from East Texas, especially from Longview, and you bring up Marshall Mavericks, it automatically kind of creates a little tension.
Absolutely.
And
does.
so whether it's baseball, basketball, football, or somebody racing horses out in the country, if you say you're from Marshall and Longview, it's a battle.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, and just like with the girls' first broadcast, here with the boys' first broadcast, we get to introduce a new head basketball coach. You were looking at Sam Weaver until a fan stood right up in front of him, so let's kick back to the other camera. But new coach Sam Weaver has these Lobos playing really well to start the season, 16-2 to start. This is our first district game. And on the flip side of things, Marshall head coach Bobby Carson has them off to an 11-13 start. But Marshall's coming in tonight with a ton of size, a ton of athleticism, as we know. But just like in football, you're not going to out-athlete these Lobos.
Yeah, and the thing about Marshall, when they play Longview, you might as well throw their record out. They're going to play Longview the hardest that they probably played all season. So just because they're 11-13, I guarantee you they're looking to go 1-0 tonight. And them boys going to play that way too as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the first game of the district season. Preseasons are great. It gives you a chance to kind of get your legs underneath you and learn when you're working with the first-year coach, learn that system. But once district takes off, everybody's 0-0. So, even though Marshall probably respects what Longview's done in the preseason, right now, everybody's looking at the same record.
Yeah, first start, I guarantee you they probably know some of the sets that we like to do, some of the things that we like to do well.
Yep.
And when it comes to district, it becomes more of a half-court game instead of a full-court game. A lot of people don't really pay attention to that.
Sure.
They make you slow down. They try to make you actually beat them by running your sets and things like that.
Absolutely. With a first-year coach, you're going to still have that. You're probably going to be forced to kind of go to a half-court offense. I had the pleasure coming out, speaking to the coaches earlier, and it's been one of those learning experiences, picking up this first-year coach, his sets, when they want them, how they want them, what time of the game to implement them. So it's going to be a good night for us to see some good basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And this is about the right time, too, that you want to start gelling as a team right when the district starts.
Yep.
So then you won't have to look back at your coach and ask him what set you want to run, what things you want to run.
Absolutely.
You automatically kind of want to have an idea of the things that he likes to run.
Absolutely. But I guarantee you, with a first-year coach, that ain't going to happen in the first game of district.
Absolutely.
We're going to probably look at the second half of district, and I bet you he knows that as well.
Yes.
I'm sure Coach Weaver knows that, hey, I got, some guys that are transferred in. It's my first year here. He's learning the district. You and I know all these schools in this district, but he's coming in from out of state, so he's having to get acquainted to what these schools are. He probably doesn't even know the significance of this Marshall rivalry, but we could tell him, So it'll be interesting to see how they do adapt tonight.
Yes, indeed.
And that was another question I had. Guys, I'm not as invested in this Lobo-Marshall rivalry as you guys are, so I don't know the history. What did y'all do to them? They hate you with a passion.
Man, let me tell you, it's a lot of wins and not as many losses. I mean, you can just tell somebody you can be in Marshall, and just tell them you from Longview, and they're gonna look at you a little funny.
Oh, I know.
I agree with you.
But at the same time, they're gonna smile because they can't say anything because we won so many times.
I have a story for you. Back my senior year of high school, we'd go over to play Marshall. And as the game's ending, the coach says there's no showering, there's no shaking hands, there's no saying hi to family. We're going straight to the bus. And once you get on the bus, you lay down in your seat as we drive off. And we're getting out of Marshall, Texas, and getting back to Longview as fast as we can. So now you kind of know how that rivalry goes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's crazy.
All righty, guys. I'm going to kill our mics, and we're going to let the PA guy take it from here. We're going to have the national anthem and the starting lineups announced here just shortly.
If everyone could please stand as we honor America in the playing of our national anthem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lobo COLISEUM for tonight's matchup between the Mavericks and your Longview Lobos. Here we go, representing the Mavericks tonight, number 2, sophomore 5'10" guard Ryan Knox. Number 14, junior 5'10" guard Trace Mooney. Number 5, senior 6'2" forward Zachary Smith. Number 3, senior 6-foot guard, Tori Culberson. Number 0, senior 6'5" forward, Jacoby McCall. The Mavericks are head coached by Bobby Carson, Jermaine Boyd, Robert Knox, and Jake Willingham. And now for your Longview Lobos. We got number 10, junior 6'8", center Robert Blackburn. Number 3, junior 6'5" forward Campbell Williams. Number 2, a junior 6'3" guard Davis Justice. Number 0, junior 5'10" guard, Chris Hayes. And number 23, a senior 6-foot guard, Kendall Mitchell. The Lobos head basketball coach, Erlen Weaver, assisted by Jalen Claiborne, Jared Keeney, and Matt Swore.
All right, guys, we are back with you. And just like that, we are about to get this thing underway, fellas. I can assure you, as a young man who grew up in the 90s watching Braves baseball on TBS, I'm going to call David Justice multiple times tonight. I apologize in advance.
That's all right. You can't help yourself but to do it, because every time I think about the Braves, that's one of my favorite players, too.
Let's just hope he's not an athlete like David Justice.
Absolutely
is.
right.
Yeah. Or it'd be a long night for the Lobos.
All righty, and the tip is won by the Mavericks. See if I can get some names here for you.
Yeah, you know, believe it or not, it's kind of like a boxing match.
Yeah.
You know, whenever,
first round.
you know, you want to just kind of fill them out some.
Yep. You do a bunch of ball movements, just moving around, just to see how they're going to play you defensively.
Absolutely.
Right. Big man intercepts that pass down low. Blandberg, turnovers, Lobos basketball. We saw a lot of Chris Head last year, Keith. He can really handle the basketball under pressure.
Most definitely. He was very calm a lot.
Yeah, there's the first couple of times down the court, a little jitters there. We had a turnover on down the Marshall end, and Longview gave it right back to him.
Yeah, well, here we go with the full court press here, which I expect to see us do this a lot, just to bring a little bit of pressure in, just to slow them down.
Yeah.
I love to see the aggressiveness even under the new basketball coach. I remember last year, Keaton, Jalen Hale would already have 2 fouls by now.
That's for sure. Hey, that was a good behind-the-back steal by Kendall Mitchell.
Ooh.
Using his long arms to his advantage. He's picking these guys up full court, and he's not scared of the moment.
No, that was actually good defense and good little tap around the back there. Obviously, everybody's still filling one another out. We've had a couple of turnovers, a couple of fouls, and we still haven't even gotten a shot up yet.
Yeah, a lot of nervous energy right now.
Open look from Head. He passes it up to Williams down low, takes a dribble, back out to the corner for an open 3. That's Mitchell, and it's good.
You know, that's the new age basketball there. You give up a shot right there in the gray area out for a 3-pointer, and he knocks it down.
Hey, one thing about the shooter, once that ball got down there at the block, he just moved down, too, to find an open spot so he can get in that passing lane.
Absolutely.
And he was able to knock down a good 3.
He found him.
Yes. Now, you don't like the fact that he picked up an early foul right there, so he has to play a little careful.
Yep.
Good job by the Mavericks beating the pressure there.
Yeah, they're back into a man defense, it appears.
The first time seeing the Lobos in person, the first thing that jumps out, Keaton, is just the size down low, man.
Big time height out there.
Those aren't big, sluggish, big dudes. Those are some athletes.
Kids can move.
Campbell Williams with an excellent play down low with the block. Ends up at the hands of Head. Ahead to Mitchell again.
Gets it back out here. He didn't like his numbers yet. Marshall look like they're in the zone now. Trying to.
That's once again, that kid's got to look to take that shot.
Absolutely,
right there.
it's wide open.
He's wide open there, and/or that's a gray area. It's a tough shot in basketball, but this early in the game, you're getting your rhythm going. You can't be afraid to pull the trigger on those.
Yeah, you definitely want to show some aggression and at least dribble the ball into the paint to at least try to get you somebody else open.
You got a big man that can knock that down. You were in trouble on defense.
Definitely, especially when you start going high-low with your post players.
Going to have a foul, and he can't finish. That's going to send 0. I'm going to mess this up. Jacoby and McCoy to the line.
I messed it up. You got it right.
Yeah, I had to take my time with that one.
Jacoby and McCoy.
And the crazy part about it, I heard the PA announcer, and I still said, and I still messed it up. This first one's good.
I don't have his size, but Jacovian looks like to be a pretty big young man himself.
Yeah, I heard the announcer during the pregame say that he was 6'5", and he's probably one of their tallest ones there in the front court for the Mavericks.
He was the one that did the tip-off, too, so he's probably one of the tallest and most explosive ones, too.
Yep.
Could have another foul. It's like the last broadcast, the opposing team was in foul trouble really early, Keaton. Could lead to some fairly easy offense down the road.
Yeah, the thing about that, you kind of when they start calling fouls early in the game, the refs is letting you know how they're going to call the game. So you want to kind of just slow your aggression down a little
nice
bit.
Pass
That's a good drive there by Campbell Williams.
There you go. Now he's being aggressive.
Yes.
That's what you need. He squared up, looked at the basket, drove in hard.
Good confidence builder for him.
Absolutely.
Especially to see their first bucket go in.
So Longview's back in a man, and it appears that in this man they're not switching it. So they're fighting through the screens. At one time they switched it then there.
Long contested three attempted by Ryan Knox. No good. Big man Blandberg with the rebound. Ahead from head. Pass is intercepted by Knox himself again.
It was a good closeout by Campbell Williams. I won't hear on this long three.
He almost
And he made
got
it
it
too.
to go.
Ryan Knox there with the 2 points. Tough 2 points.
Absolutely. That's a difficult shot.
He got that over Robert Blandberg's head.
We see Marshall coming out with a little press of their own now.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Good
Nice
pass.
move. Open look. That's Davis Justice. Short with a three. Rebound to Marshall, and they've got some numbers here. It looks like Knox is going to be the guy you're going to want to keep an eye on tonight. Already, I can tell he can play some ball.
Oh, yeah. Him and Mitchell.
That's an open look for 5. Zachary Smith. That's short. Rebound to 23, Mitchell.
That was a nice move.
Absolutely.
Nice drive by Mitchell. He
Another
draws the foul.
foul.
Yeah, he should be going to the line for 2 here.
Mitchell's the only senior in the starting lineup and only one of 2 seniors on the roster. So he plays and he looks like he's pretty confident out there, that he's familiar with everything that's going on. He's been aggressive on the defensive end, and now seeing him take it from a rebound and go the length of the court was very impressive, and what you'd want from your senior to kind of take charge out there.
Oh, yeah, he's providing some leadership out there. It looks like the coach is pretty much giving him the green light because he's picking up full court. He's playing you hard on both sides of the court. He's smart enough to know that when he doesn't have the ball to move around and try to get in an open position.
Yep.
As he made his first free throw tonight. Second one is good, too. That brings his total up to 5 already.
Ball stolen and head. Oh, no.
No.
Looks like they're going to call ahead for the foul.
You know, a lot of times what you look for is, you know, we had great defense on that end, and you catch the ball. First thing you want to do is square up. Because if he'd have turned around and squared up and looked up the floor, he would have noticed he had some guys way ahead of the defense up there for an easy layup.
And the good thing about that, too, a pass is always faster than a dribble, so you can always get the ball out there a whole lot faster once you pass the ball instead of dribbling it.
You're absolutely right. It's what the junior high coaches used to always say. You can pass it faster than you can dribble it.
Hey, I'm going to tell you who used to always do that to us? Coach Clyde. So Ronnie Daniels, a lot of people that's watching this know exactly who he is.
You know, I spoke to him today. I invited him out to the game tonight. And
he's actually here, too. I spoke with him.
Clyde is a Longview treasure.
Yes.
He's a Longview treasure.
Yes.
We love him to death. Everybody that's come through Longview High School basketball program has some connection to him one way or the other.
He's definitely a staple in this basketball community.
Absolutely.
And
if you're listening, Coach Clyde, we love you.
Oh, yeah. He's part of the reason I can say I'm part of the man that I am today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
That was Jacobian McCoy there with a pretty good move and gets his own rebound and puts it back. Draws the Mavericks to within 1. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in the first. Watching Longview Game Day here live from Lobo Coliseum. If you've got anybody that you think may want to check in, be sure and share the feed. Let them know we're live.
Oh, yeah. We got an exciting start to this game so far. A little chippiness a little bit.
Yep. You know, Campbell Williams plays well, and he always seems to find the ball on the offensive end, on the defensive end. You know, he's come out and showed a little tentativeness early on, but he's picked up the aggression, and that's good.
One of the things I remember about him last year, he was very good on the boards. So I look for him to continue that going into especially his junior season.
Good.
It's good size up. Good
what we got
move.
inside there.
Nice
Good patience.
move. Good patience.
Yeah.
And that's something, Keaton, that the Lobos just didn't have last year.
No, not the height, and I'm sure Coach Weaver definitely enjoys having him around right now.
Let's let him get that one just a little too low. Not a lot you can do to stop that.
No, not at all.
You know, you look at defensive responsibilities, offense responsibilities, you can't tell that this is actually a first-year coach.
No.
And you can't tell that they've only been together for about 15, 16 games. You know, everyone seems real comfortable out
Absolutely.
there. And that's a tribute to the coach and the coaching staff.
A testament to this record, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Doesn't look like it was an accident at this point, does it?
No, it definitely doesn't.
Not when you got them stalling in the first quarter and they're down by 3. Something's going on.
They can't figure it out.
Pretty nice move by Knox, but he can't finish.
I'm telling you, anytime you're driving and you get in the paint, you're going to have a little trouble.
Nice move by Justice. Goes up, and that ball is blocked. You can't do that. Too much size by McCoy down low.
Yeah.
He had Blandberg calling for the ball there down low.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a turnover. It's Lobo ball.
Yeah.
That was baseball David Justice in. He thought he could just run in. We need basketball David Justice.
9-6 here. Good fill out, like you said earlier, Ray. Good fill out first quarter.
Oh,
Blandberg
Big
connect
man.
again. He's starting to feel it a little
did
bit.
we have the big man to catch it at the elbow and turn around and knock it down?
Hey, we haven't had that
6,
in a
7?
few years.
I can't
We
believe
haven't
that.
had that in a few
Whoa,
years.
where'd that kid come from? Caught it at the elbow, turned, and knocked it down. That
Hey,
was impressive.
That was textbook. He caught it
It
and
was.
swung it around too. It wasn't. He didn't have that ball soft. He
Under
was-
control.
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay, let's not pick up a chippy here. Because Marshall absolutely seems a little confused when you're out stalling it at half court in the first quarter and you're down by 6 or down by 5.
That lets us know that the punches that we're throwing at them, they can't hang with it. So they're gonna sit and move around that ring a little bit longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
you being the boxing guy.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. I mean, look at this offense.
Yeah.
So they're taking advantage of the fact that there's no shot clock in our district in high school ball.
And that's one of the things about Texas that I don't like.
Yes.
I just wish we would kind of at least go to 30, 35 seconds just to get some type of play going on.
I mean, there's no rhyme or reason for this in the first quarter, and you're down by 5.
Yes.
Other than another boxing reference, you've been punched in the mouth, and you need a 10 count, and you're hoping to just get out of the ring in that one first round so you can gather yourself.
That is true.
And that's what they were hoping for, you know?
Wow. And with that off-balance three-pointer to end the quarter, we're going to take a break with the action. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. You're watching basketball on Longview Game Day.
And now at OR, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at OR Cadillac GMC in Longview.
Alrighty, welcome back. Got a good look there at the Lobo bench. That was an excellent first quarter, especially with this being the first time we've seen the Lobos, Keaton. That is this looks like a quality basketball team that's well coached, ton of athleticism. They're playing hard, they're playing smart, haven't seen any mistakes. I'm loving what I saw in that first quarter, Keaton.
Frank, I definitely concur with you, man. This is this team look as advertised. They look like they can easily be one of the best teams in the district if they continue on this path. I'm very impressed with what I've seen so far. Just a lot of up and down play. I want to give credit to a lot to Chris Head. He seems to be patient as a point guard, trying to get us in the right sets and things like that.
Yeah, I don't set up replay for basketball games, but if I had, I would have had to show you that again. That was an off-balance, one-foot fadeaway three-pointer in the quarter.
Yes, we got to
touch the rim either.
Yeah, we got to give Jamarian Sparks from Marshall a little credit on that.
Yeah, it was a really good first quarter for Longview. I think they came out and they accomplished everything they wanted to accomplish. On the defensive end, they were solid. You know, contested the ball. Offensive end, they pushed it. So it was a really good first quarter for them.
Yes.
And on the flip side of that, if you're Marshall, being outplayed that much in the first quarter, only down by 2, you got to be happy with the way that played out.
And a little bit of that is to their doing, because as you see the way that they just started the second quarter out, they were just in no rush to run a play. They want you to make they want you to put pressure on them and make them do something.
Yeah, I can't help but to keep going back to the fact that Marshall looks a little tentative. And, right then and there, we had the big man. One time he caught it at the elbow and he faced up and squared up. Well, if he'd have done that this time, he would have noticed Campbell Williams was right there underneath the basket open.
Absolutely.
So, I'm sure Coach Weaver teaches that to him. Hey, catch it, square up, look at the basket. Things begin to open up for you once you do that.
And then, too, he put that defender in a pickle because the defender jumped on him this time because he has made that shot now from the corner.
Exactly. So. And then if he squared, he would have seen that Campbell Williams was sitting down there wide open.
And he had height advantage.
And he had the height to just dump it over there.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
It's good. Seem like they're going to definitely push us out of this man-to-man. Out of this zone into a man-to-man.
Yeah, but, once again, we've got 6'5", 6'7" underneath the basket waiting for them.
Yeah, we're inviting them in.
Yeah, and they're going to be out and spread the court out. And then the first thing you do is drive right into the teeth of those big guys. I'm going to put our money on us every time when that happens.
Oh, yeah. So we taking the time out.
Yeah, Coach Weaver took a timeout. We'll take one with it. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
In Longview, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Charlene Ingram for your insurance and financial needs.
House party? We got you covered. Office meeting? Come on, treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today, only at Juicy's Taco.
All righty, we're back. And it's going to be Maverick basketball. Down by 2, just under 7 to go here in the first half. Pretty nice inbound pass and a finish by Ryan Knox. It's going to tie the game.
It's good out-of-bounds play. Out-of-bounds say he just sealed the defender off, and Campbell Williams on the backside wasn't able to get there fast enough. There you go.
There you go, Campbell Williams.
There you go.
Look, that's what we've been asking for him all night tonight.
Right on cue.
We've seen that down there for him.
Right
Easy money there, wasn't it? Looked like me shooting with my 2-year-old's little mini basket at the house. Just a little floater.
That was good.
Picked up a little chippy.
Yeah, it was a good movement without the ball by Jacovian McCoy. To able to slip as his man was driving in.
So how many fouls is that on Campbell Williams there?
It looks like that's his first one.
That was his first one?
Yeah.
That's going to send Jacovian McCoy to the line. He knocks down the first.
We got Chris Wilder coming into the game. He was one of the super sophomores from last year's team.
Well, on our roster here, it's got Chris Wilder as 6'4", and this must have been printed last year when he was a sophomore, because I'm not buying that kid 6'4".
I tell you, he's a good-looking kid out there.
Yeah, I'm not buying he's 6'4". But we'll run with it for tonight.
Yeah, he was definitely explosive. One of the explosive guys that we had last year.
And Frank, you're gonna have to do some fact checking over there.
Yeah, I'll text Coach right now. That's quite a luxury for the Lobos to have that kid as the sixth man. Isn't it?
Absolutely,
for sure.
He came running out on the court, and I thought he was taller than Williams.
Nice pass, nice jump step, stop, and he
stop.
can't get it to go.
Good defensive
Landberg's over the top, ends up with the basketball.
There you go. Let's
Gets it
look
back
up
to
the
head.
court.
It's good ball movement there. When you get that there, when you get it that low, you can turn around.
Yeah, we'd like to see him face the basket because more would open up to him once he did. But, at least he's taking care of the ball and playing under control. And, when you don't have a shot clock, so, you're really in no hurry.
Exactly right.
There's a good look. Good job closing out there by 4.
You can pull it back out and set it back up.
Well, I'm going to be willing to take some bets that Marshall's going to be tired after this defensive sequence.
Hey, that's
we've
right there in our
moved the
favor.
ball. We've moved the ball from side to side. So
without even taking a shot.
Without taking a shot, and once again, when you don't have a shot clock, you can actually play to your strengths like that, getting it inside.
Blandberg looked like he was about to flush that one home hard, but
then we got to make them do it all over again. And I'm not sure what type of defense that they're playing. It looks like a zone.
It's a 3-2 zone, but the discipline on it has been off because you would end up finding, when your wings way down on the post, things of that sort that would leaving it up, and they were triple teaming our big once it went inside.
3-pointer from Knox is no good. Blandberg ends up with that rebound, and the Lobos are going to try their hand again. Wilder makes a move to the basket. That's no good. Ends up in the hands of Zero, Mr. McCoy.
So if you notice, when he went to shoot that, we still had 3 guys back here in the half-court area here. And I bet you Coach Weaver's going to let him know about that when he walks over.
Sure, so we're going to keep it here through this timeout. Fellas, they're coming fast and furious now.
Oh, yeah.
All in all, it's been a pretty exciting half of basketball here. Both these teams look fairly evenly matched, 2 different styles. One style happens to be hold the other fighter to get through the round, but and it's working.
Now, I have a question for you guys. So we are midway through the second quarter, and the score is 13-12. Are we even midway through the second quarter? So the score is 13-12. So we identify this as a high-scoring game?
No, not at all. By no means. I can tell you, with my days when we played basketball, we was up and down going team. We used to try to put up 20, 25 points in the quarter.
Yeah.
Literally everybody on the court had the green light.
Yeah, well, we divide this per quarter, then,
It makes it hard.
It makes it real hard. But then it makes you wonder, we saw Marshall bringing it out.
Look at the steal by Wilder. We've got numbers here. Had numbers. Nice finish.
Good
and
job.
the foul.
Good job by Wilder. Went coast to coast with it after getting that steal. That was really good.
Great play. And it looks like that's what Longview wants to do, is speed it up. And Marshall wants to slow it down. And with that score staying as close as it was, maybe Marshall was or Longview was playing into Marshall's game plan of slowing this game down. But with steals like that and plays like that, we play into our strengths of speeding the game up.
Absolutely. Free throw is no good there, but hey, that was a good effort by him by driving, by getting the steal and
heck of a
finish
finish
with it.
There's an open look, a good one from the corner. Just short, and Blandberg ends up with the ball. And kick it back to head to set the offense up. Wilder's playing with some serious energy off the bench. Open look in the corner from Mitchell.
Pass.
Bang!
That's low.
That was a premature bang.
Yep.
That looked good.
He's open again. That was Wilder.
Yeah, but that's good. Play under control.
You got
plenty of time. We just went up by 3. Got a turnover. Let's get the best shot we can here.
Stay right there. It's good.
And that's a very good look.
It's good drive and the kick out for the 3 right there.
My man.
Yes, that's Davis Justice with his 3 points.
Yeah, when you're up like that and you come down and you got a team a little nervous, you just go ahead and run your set. You have nothing pressuring you at all.
Easy. Hey,
there's a turnover.
Another turnover.
There it is.
This good aggressive defense by Longview is forcing Marshall to play uncharacteristic.
So we can start looking. This is 3 minutes left in the second half, and our big Blandberg hasn't been out. Just sub for him right now. I was wondering if the big kid was getting a little tired because he's been in the first half.
But it's kind of like clockwork here because Jacoby and McCoy, their big man from Marshall, is just coming out of the game too as well.
Did he?
Yep.
And
So Campbell Williams, that's what the sub was?
Yeah.
Campbell Williams checks in to
Probably
replace.
more so, yep.
Campbell Williams checked in, and he has a couple fouls on him, doesn't he?
Oh, I think still just one.
Okay.
For sure.
This is where that luxury of having Wilder as the 6th man. You still got your size down low with Blandberg on the bench.
Who's used to playing a lot of minutes. Who was a starter last year for us.
Yep. I'd like to see Campbell Williams get aggressive with this group, especially on the inside, especially if the ball comes to him.
There you
Just
go.
like
Right
that.
on cue. That was a
Look
good
at
ball
that.
movement. Great pass by Chris Wilder to Campbell
I
Williams.
guess I've seen some basketball in my day.
You calling it right on
I
cue.
called that one right on cue, didn't I? Oh, boy.
There we go.
Another turnover.
Yeah. Hey, we're good.
Since Chris Wilder has came in, I want to say we're playing on the plus side of things because he's bringing in a lot of positive energy right now.
Yeah, the intensity's there.
Yes.
And he's athletic. He's quick. You know, he's moving around. You know, when we had the other big in there, when it was Campbell.
More stationary.
And, yeah, they were a little bit more stationary. But when he's in, Wilder's in, he's moving a little bit. You know, he took it coast to coast, scored hard. So all of that is a positive.
Hey, that's a positive by Chris Wilder as he's coming in out of the game.
Well,
he has no reason to hang his
he
head
did a
down.
great job.
He did a great job coming in.
Gave us good minutes, relieved the Campbell Williams when he needed to come out.
Yes.
So it was a really good job.
Wasn't much of a break there for Blandberg, was it?
No, not at all. Sit down for a quick drink of water and he back in.
Did they sub their big? Marshall sub their big back in? There you go. Be aggressive.
Good seal.
Oh, look at him.
That was a good seal.
Yep.
Hey, Campbell Williams going to work. He has 8 quick points in this first half.
Good job.
Like Ray's in their ear right now. I love it. That's a good look.
That was a good shot.
Good shot there.
From the wing.
Number 14, Trace Oni.
So that was the first time we actually seen Marshall get really good ball movement.
Nice move by Head. Oh, I thought he stepped out of bounds.
I did
They're going
too.
to call a foul, and I
got a
thought it
blocking
was 7,
call.
but it's going to be 6.
Yeah, that was a good sequence there by Marshall on the last possession. I think they probably got tired of Longview trying to steal the ball from them left and right.
So Head to inbound. Looking for Williams. He's not there, but a nice catch by Davis Justice.
He's showing a little receiver.
That's right. Had a Lobo doing some of that today, didn't we, on ESPN?
Oh yeah. He may do of his
There's
targets.
a good look in the corner for Mitchell. Just long. Rebound to the Mavericks. They're going to call a foul on Williams there.
Loose ball
Can't do
foul.
that.
Yeah, don't like that.
That's 3?
No.
No.
That's the second
2.
foul. Yep. Second foul. We got one more foul till we're in the bonus. It's both sides.
Kendrick Brown's going to check in. The first time we've called his name tonight.
And this is the first rest for tonight for Mitchell, it looks like.
He's been good.
Yep.
Keep shooting. It'll knock down in the second half. Especially if the looks are there.
Yep.
All right, Lobos lead by 7. We got a minute left to go here in the first half.
Yep, still picking up full court pressure here.
That's right. That's Kendrick Brown, the guy that just checked in.
Don't pick up any tic-tac fouls here. You don't want to do that.
That was a soft one, but hey, the ref's been calling like that this whole.
I think we might have put Marshall in the bonus, though, and you're going to give them a chance to score here heading into the halftime.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the things we don't want to do.
It's going to send Torian Culberson to the line. His first chance to get on the board tonight. First one's good.
So you guys tell me, with no shot clock, we're up by 6. We get the ball back. Do we go down and get the last shot with 50 seconds left in the game?
No, you got it. You got to run it.
You keep pressing. Let's see what Coach Weaver decides to do. I'm going to say he might go ahead and milk this down a little bit. Well,
Quick jumper.
not at all.
Brown for 3.
He said, I've been sitting long enough. I'm ready to air this thing out.
Absolutely.
Whoa. It's going to stay with Longview.
So there's no last-second defense, no last-second offense here. Get the last shot offense.
Yeah, now we might get to
like
the point.
50 seconds. We're going to come down. We're going to shoot it.
Now we might get to the point where we just hold
All
out a
right.
little bit.
Well, let's see if we set up something.
Big man.
Oh, you got it blocked. Kick it back out. You want to?
You know, once again, we'd like to see the big man turn around, square up, look at the basket. Then he could have a head fake. He'd be a little bit more under control. When you turn around and start shooting like that, that defense could read that really easily. Absolutely. They could see that coming a mile away.
Absolutely. And he showed good patience early in the post.
Exactly.
As we put him right back at the line.
And now we're putting them back at the line, and we're giving them what? They've already scored 2 points here in the last 50 seconds of the half, just off of free throws and fouls. So those are one of the things you want to try to avoid for sure.
This is R.J. Johnson's first minute in the game. He's going to go to the line with a chance to draw the Mavericks back within 3 here if he can make both of these.
It's the thing that Chris Wilder just got a little bit too aggressive on that one. He's been aggressive all game, but he just got a little bit too aggressive on that one.
So Johnson makes the first.
Well, in this high-scoring contest, we've given them an opportunity to get back in this heading into the end of the first half. Oh, and one.
Brown with a move. Blandberg, offensive board, can't get it to go. We're under 3 seconds to go here. Going to have to heave one up. That's probably not good. And that, folks, will do it for the first half here at the Coliseum. Lobos lead by 3, but they got to feel like they let something get away from them there at the end.
Yeah, you don't want to see you in the first half like that, giving Marshall on the run. That gives them a little momentum coming out of halftime. So you definitely want to do better than that closing it out.
Yeah, you think about it. It was 50 seconds left in the first half, and we sent them to the free throw line twice.
And they made all 4.
And they made all 4 of them, which now we could have went into the half being up by 6, and now we're up by 3, or was it 3? Maybe it was more than that then that we were up before they started shooting the free throws.
7, I believe. Yeah,
exactly. So the point is that you got to show a little bit more discipline when you know that, hey, we're heading into the half. You've had a team that's been not really aggressive on offense. They've been stalling a lot the first half, and then you bail them out with 2 unnecessary fouls, kind of puts our team at a disadvantage.
And that's the thing about district play. You don't realize it in the first half, or you don't realize it as each possession go on, but each possession counts in district.
Absolutely.
You never know when it comes down to the end of the game, when you're fighting for your life, when you could have easily been winning this game by more than what you are if you wouldn't have been as aggressive. Because Marshall's not showing aggression. It's Longview bringing it to him, and we're on the wrong end of the fouls, which is putting them at the line. So you just got to be more. You got to be more. You got to be smarter than that.
Yep.
Especially under a minute in the first half when you're in the bonus too.
I 100% agree with you, and it also appears that that Marshall's coach was well aware of what they were up against tonight. And, whereas we really couldn't understand the stalling tactics that were happening out there, when they went into that stall, they actually were able to cut the score down to 2 points at one point, just from that stall aspect. But then, Longview made some adjustments, kind of picked the speed up some. We got some easy buckets. We had Mitchell. It wasn't Mitchell. It was Wilder, who came off the bench, went coast to coast, got the N1. And so, it was one of those where we were able to make that adaptation to it and change it up some and adjust to what they were doing. But once again, as you mentioned, discipline is going to be the big key, because it looks like we can run and defend and score on them, but if we're not showing any discipline, they're going to be able to hang around all game.
Oh yeah, I think once we get the ball on offense, or I'm talking like we're in football, but once
we're not getting the second half kick.
Right. Once we have the ball on our side of the court. If we can just settle things down, one of the things that I would like to see Blandberg do, is we talked about this earlier, when he catches that ball right there at that high post block area, if he turns into the paint instead of turning away, he can easily kind of set up. He can come through triple threat position, and he can either score a pass or even kick it out. Because you have Campbell Williams down there in the block, and then you also have sometimes too Kendall Mitchell on the outside for the 3.
You nailed it. Yeah, because if they're in a 3-2 and he catches it right there in the paint and he squares up, he has a defender that comes to him. Now you basically have yourself a 3-on-1 inside the paint, because he squares up. He's got Campbell Williams to dump it off to. He's got shooters spotting up on the wings. So there's a lot that comes to his disposal just by doing a simple basketball move is turning around, squaring up. And the times he's done it, it's been real positive.
So Ray, our on-court cameras caught a sign a couple times tonight with your face on it. You want to tell us a little bit about your history here with Longview and your day job?
Absolutely. Man, I hope your ratings doesn't go down. If you start seeing people logging off the minute you did that, you'll know why, okay? So you'll have to send them all an apology, and hopefully they'll log back on to the telecast. But, I'm born and raised here in Longview. Graduated from Longview High School in 1986. went out to the Pacific Northwest, to Oregon, Washington, played college ball for 4 years, went to grad school at Oregon State. It's Beavers, not Ducks, so I don't want anyone getting that confused, because the minute you start saying Oregon, everyone thinks you're a duck, but we're Beavers. After that, pursued a great life of working internationally in Japan, lived in New York for a lot of years, and was fortunate enough to move back home. And since being back home, I live in the district that I was raised in off of Young Street. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I ran for the city council seat over in District 3. And I feel so fortunate, because not a lot of people are fortunate enough to move away from home, come back home, reestablish relationships, and the people that you grew up with trust you enough to represent them down at city council. And so I feel very fortunate to be in that position. And this is a public forum, so I would like to thank all of those people in District 3 that elected me to go down to City Council and work on their behalf. And, I try every day to make them proud and to do the things that they need seeing done over in South Longview. And I hope that they know that I'm just as proud of them as hopefully as they are me.
So how did you get into the political side of things?
Sure. It's really tough, because I find it awkward when you say, it's politics.
Yeah.
But, when you grow up here in Longview, it's just people that you care about.
Right.
And I grew up in that district that I live in. So it's just people I care about. It's situations that I've seen since I was a child that I know doesn't constantly have to be that way.
Yeah.
And so what I learned is that representation means something. So if I go down to City Hall and I work on behalf of people in my community, then I'm representing them in ways that we could try to make life better for them. And so it's been a battle, but I think with the support that I've received from everyone in District 3, we're slowly making some changes over there. And I want to see Longview Game Day to come out when we open the new Broughton Recreation Center. We're having the grand opening there. That's a huge, huge accomplishment. And the next telecast we do, I'm going to show you my ID from Broughton Recreation Center when I was like 11 years old when it first opened back in 1979.
Man, I've seen the renovations of Broughton Recreation Center, man, and it looks great.
It's amazing. I can't. That was done by the citizens of Longview, and it wasn't just done by South Longview citizens. It was done by the entire community of Longview to, vote to allot the funds to be there to renovate that facility, and it's beautiful. And, now we want to start seeing all of these young kids that listen to Longview Game Day, that play on the football teams, the basketball teams, just come out and start using that facility. Make that your home away from home when you're not here at practice. If you want to get better as a football player, a basketball player, you live in South Longview, then come on out to Broughton and let's get you inside there and get you working out.
So before we get back to basketball, one last, we'll call it a non-political question. How do we get the youth involved? It's a different type of generation. You know what I mean? I was taught by my old man how important it is. It's your duty to get out and vote for the people that represent your interests. What do we do to get the next generation involved?
Absolutely. I think you get them involved by addressing issues that they care about. And, there's a lot of great people, a lot of great youth, young people in Longview, in South Longview, that just sometimes feel like Longview doesn't really answer to them, that it doesn't really speak to them. And they feel like that maybe Longview is a retirement community or it's an older community. But no, I work hard in my district to let everyone know that they're welcome, that their voice matters, that it's important that the things they want to accomplish, that we can do that. And so that's one of the things that I try to do mostly, is make sure that they know that we care and we want them involved.
Awesome. Very well said.
Yes,
so
thank you.
Let's head back to basketball now. Looks like we've got a pretty exciting second half ahead of us. Lobos didn't really finish out that first half like I imagined they would have wanted to. And I think Coach Weaver probably addressed some of that in the locker room, and I doubt we'll see quite as many tic-tac fouls on their behalf. But, again, Mr. Raid, Wade. Mr. Wade. I'm going to say Wade a few times, combine them. But Mr.
Absolutely.
Wade, we appreciate you being with us. You bring quite a bit to the broadcast.
Thank you guys. I know it's hard when you run your two-man game all the time to actually pass the ball to a third person.
We genuinely welcome.
Don't you guys decide to ice me out in the second half, okay?
No. This has been fun, man.
Before we officially invite you back, we got to check the numbers, see how
there you go.
See how far they dip when you do
I
talk.
see it. All those. What is it? They tomatoes.
Sure, yeah.
We're
losing stars every time.
Exactly. Tomatoes.
No, man, it's been good. I've enjoyed the first half calling it with you guys. So yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we're underway here, and that is Mitchell who drives, and it's blocked by McCoy. Speaking of McCoy, nice play by Williams.
Good jump ball call there.
It's going to stay with Marshall.
That was a good effort there by Williams.
Campbell Williams is a really good player.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with him in the first half. He seems really fundamentally sound. He's not afraid to put his body out there in front of the plays. We'd like to see him not pick up some ticky-tack ones, but as well.
Excellent job getting back, but he's going to get called for a foul. That's 5 Zachary Smith for Marshall. And that's going to put Chris Head on the line with a chance to score his first point tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't taken a shot at all tonight. He's been a facilitator, but that's his game. He stays true to that, and he doesn't force anything, but he can play.
It's a good, strong move. It's a good-looking free throw there he just made. You go in on a 1-on, 2-on-1 fast break. You don't want to come away from that without netting. Right. So getting fouled is a good thing.
And he was smart enough too. He saw Zachary Smith hustling, and he knew that he was going to try to force a foul. So he was drawing contact too as well the whole time.
Pretty good free throw stroke there from Head. Makes them both. So the Lobos are back up by 5. Just underway here in the second half. Again, if you're just tuning in, share the feed. There's a steal, and it's Head again.
Oh, come on, get there.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Enough contact.
I know. So, we talked about this in the first half. We think this is one of those things that Marshall was concerned about. Is Longview's speed, Longview's pressure. And that's probably why they were slowing the game up so much.
And right off cue, that's 3 straight turnovers.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was
a dunk there by Kendall Mitchell, the senior.
First one of the year.
Yes,
hopefully
indeed.
the first of many.
Yes, indeed. Longview has went on a 6-0 run to start
So
this.
it was good that Coach Weaver probably went back in the locker room and said, hey, we can't play to their level. We know we play with speed. Let's go out and let's keep the pace of this game up.
And that's exactly what we was doing.
Yes.
Chris Head was just baiting that defender. Baiting the point guard.
Absolutely.
All righty. With that break, we're going to take it with them. The Lobos come out hot here to start the second half. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
At Godarzi & Young, we take things more seriously.
Every case that's handled at our office is handled by a team.
Sorry about that. I accidentally hit live before the commercial ended. I apologize to Godarzi & Young. We'll get you back going here in just a minute.
Good thing I didn't say anything about that bathroom break.
That's my fault, Mr. Godarzi, if you see that. My elbow hit the space bar, and we came back from commercial just a little too early. So, luckily for us, the game action's starting back. So, 6:46 to go here in the third.
Well, I want to hear you sing their jingle. Their jingle while we're on there. Make it up to them.
You were the only one that wants that. Another steal by the Lobos. They're going to call a jump ball. It's going to be Lobo basketball, though.
Hey, this has been all Longview this quarter. Thing about basketball, too, it's a game of runs, and right now we are actually it's our turn. So we've been running with it. You want to capitalize and get as many points as you can during this opportunity.
Yeah, and speaking of those Godarzi and Young fellas, those are some good dudes, man. We hang out with them during their turkey and ham giveaways.
Yeah.
The line runs all the way down past a couple of those car lots. It's just a really cool day, a really cool thing. They do a lot for the community.
Yeah, you talk about giving back to the community. That's a fine example of it because it didn't just stop with Thanksgiving. Those guys are still active during Christmas and throughout the year. So, that's what makes Longview great is people like that.
It's a good Euro move right there by Davis Justice.
They do a free senior movie day every week for local seniors to come watch. They rent a theater out for them. So they do a lot for the community.
That's very good.
That's great.
It is. Longview has pushed that lead up to 11 now. I believe this is an 8-0 run.
Oh, Blandberg with the block, but they're going to get him for a foul that I'm not sure he committed, but it's not what we're here to do.
Yeah, probably more body than anything, just a little aggression. But hey, you want to make them earn it at the free throw line instead of giving them 2 easy points right there.
Yeah,
point blank range.
Those two, once they get down there in the paint, they actually kind of end up going at one another. We noticed that in the first half.
Oh yeah.
And we're noticing it now a little bit. And we talk about the king of East Texas. I think these guys are fighting for king of the center down there, and they want to know who's the best in East Texas.
Most definitely. McCoy's probably worn down a little bit, as you can tell by that first shot.
Yep.
It makes good on the second one.
And the Lobo student section is chirping a little bit after that air ball on the free throw.
All right, so, you want to try to get the ball up the court without a lot of dribbling. So you want to make good passes, but as much as you keep it along the sidelines.
Get in there. Try to finish to the left.
Them out. Yeah.
Big man again. Can't get it to go that time. Blandberg again, but just good position down low by McCoy.
Second effort.
Yep.
Was able to get it in.
So we can't stress this enough. Now Marshall is trying to speed the game up, but Longview doesn't need to play into that hand.
No,
when they're pressing you, just take your time. Come down, set up your offense. You got plenty of time.
An open look, and that's good.
Now we look out of control right now.
Exactly.
It's a game of runs, as they say.
I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Weaver doesn't get a timeout here pretty soon, because he's got to be able to explain to these guys that, hey, there's no shot clock. You get the ball over in the front court. Yeah. Let's just make good passes and run our offense.
Whoa. Nice defensive play down low.
Yeah.
He tried to give them.
If they score here, we might have to get us a little timeout.
There's a foul. There's the timeout.
Yeah.
You want to just calm down, settle down.
There's no need, you kind of counter the aggression of your opponent. Mm-hmm. So if you have your opponent, you turn around, you see a full court press, the last thing you want to do is panic and get excited.
Absolutely.
That should be where your inner clock tells you, hey, I'm going to calm down. You get a guy in the middle, you get the ball to the middle, you turn, you face up the court, and you get it, and you set up your offense.
Yes.
But you don't just catch it and start running.
Nice move by Head to get to the basket. He's fouled, can't finish, and he'll go to the line for 2.
It's a good drive there, like Chris said.
Yeah, so we were up by 10 here in the last 2 minutes, and they cut it to 5.
I'm not going to lie, Chris Head looks like a Lobo running back in a basketball.
He doesn't look like a football player out there for sure. He has some good bulky shoulders on him.
Is he one of the football players?
No, I'm saying he looks like he should be, right?
Okay. I think all the kids in Longview look like football players.
first
Which is the reason why I ended up playing basketball, because in the 8th grade, they all look like varsity Lobo football players. So I figured I better dribble a basketball if I wanted to accomplish anything.
Head misses both, but a long rebound ends up in the hands of Justice. Nice move by Mitchell to dump off to Williams. Can't finish. Gets the – it's tipped out of bounds by the big man, Landberg, and it's going to be Marshall basketball.
When you're big, you're taught to catch it, gather yourself, and then go up, You hate to see a big trying to catch it in one motion, go up and shoot, unless you're Giannis.
And the thing about, too, your bigs, you want them to always stay at their pace. You don't want them to play faster, because the moment that they start rushing it, it's never good for a big man.
Yeah, never.
There you go.
Good turnover.
Ball stolen by Mitchell.
So, Marshall's still in this game, actually. We thought at one point we were going to run away with this, but, Marshall's hanging around. It's still early, halfway through, the 3rd quarter. We got another full quarter to go. This game is far from being over.
Absolutely right.
That's right. 3-pointer's no good. Rebound to Blandberg. Gets it over to Justice. Back to Mitchell. Defended tightly by Ryan Knox.
The thing I would like to see, I would like to see Head kind of get the ball and kind of slow things down. Maybe run some. Marshall's playing man, so you got a good high screen right here. You got to slip.
Nice pass, but it ends up in the hands of Head.
Yeah, you kind of got to know who you're passing it to.
Yeah. Sometimes a nice bounce pass right there.
Exactly.
Open look for Williams. He's going to take a 3-pointer. Little long, rebound to 11. That is Bird Robinson. First time I've called his name tonight. There's an open look in the corner again for 14, Oni, and that's good. Here comes that Lobo timeout, I suspect.
Yeah, that's the 2-point lead now.
You almost.
Mitchell thought about it. There's a good, deep look. Money!
Senior, yes.
Woo! Oh, they're going to wave it off. No, okay.
That was a timely 3.
Yes, indeed. We needed it.
Longview needed that going into this timeout.
That's right.
Because, if he'd have missed that, we'd all been screaming, why shoot a 3?
It brings Mitchell Totals to 10.
We're going to go back to break and see if we can't get a redo on this Godarzi Young commercial. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
At Godarzi and Young, we take things more seriously.
Every case that's handled at our office is handled by a team. That work and dedication has caused our office to recover more record verdicts and settlements than any other law firm in Northeast Texas.
It is our obligation to make sure our client has the financial backings and the manpower to be successful.
We are exactly who we say we are. We're trial lawyers who've gotten results year in, year out.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to attain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
Alrighty, we're back, and it's going to be Mavericks basketball after a big three-pointer there from Kendall Mitchell. Extends the lead to 5. Two and a half left in the third. Sorry, Ray.
Yeah, no problem. Ending this quarter, you'd like to see Longview kind of make sure they're playing under control. Marshall did a really good job of speeding us up, got us a little bit out of our character a little bit. And so I'm sure those were some of the things that Coach Weaver discussed with them during that timeout is that, hey, we need to play our basketball and not play to the level of the competition.
And that's one thing we haven't seen from Marshall this game too, is to play at that type of speed. But they had a little success with that as well.
Absolutely. It seems like they felt us falling asleep and they knew they could take advantage of some of these things. And then this battle inside of the bigs hasn't disappointed tonight.
I don't like that call.
Every time McCoy gets it, he's looking for our big. He's looking for Blenberg, and he's looking to go right at him.
He's going right at his chest, using his height.
Yep.
There we go. Loose ball ends up with the Lobos. It's going to be a jump ball here, probably. Ends up in the hands of Marshall.
Look, he's going right at him.
Go right at him every time.
Blenberg finally ends up with that one. They're going to call him,
jump ball?
Jump ball. It's going to be Marshall basketball.
Hey,
what they call there?
That's been a fight right there all night long. It seems like McCoy is bringing it to us more.
Yeah, I'd like to see Blenberg kind of get himself squared up there, and he may be able to pick up some offensive fouls every once in a while.
Absolutely.
Because McCoy is, dropping his head and just going straight into him.
Yeah,
come on.
3-point attempt from Knox is long. Let that go. It's going to be Longview basketball. So nice job by Blenberg with the big block there on the driving Maverick. Lobo basketball still up by 5, just under 2 minutes left to go.
How long
quarter.
do you guys think we're going to have Campbell Williams on the bench before they sub him back in?
I give him another. Yeah, he probably finished.
Whoa.
He probably come in with under a minute.
We got a technical foul called on 3. Yes, Torian Culberson.
Yeah, we got a Lobo player out there limping up the court.
So they're going to have Kendall Mitchell shoot this technical foul. Actually, Keaton, I can't remember. Is there 1 or 2 technical fouls in high school basketball here?
I believe it's 2.
All right.
So I'm trying to figure out who did what, who said what.
Well, Chris Head, I believe,
Mitchell
had a little contact with 5.
Gotcha.
And 3, Culberson. He kind of rolled a little bit and got up chirping at the official about not getting the foul.
Mitchell is our leading point scorer tonight. You would love to capitalize on these free points. There you go.
He got one. We'll take a free one. Lobos lead by 6. With the ball. Going to be Kendrick Brown to inbound it.
Okay. Need some help getting the ball in. All
there
right.
we go.
Play
Finds
under
the big
control,
man.
You got numbers.
Open three in the Mitchell. Mitchell hesitates. Defender closes out. That's going to be off on Longview. Another
take.
That had to have been language.
Yeah, it had to be.
Because he didn't say anything to the official. So we're going to have 2 more free throws.
It's called taunting. He said he was taunting.
That's something that if you're Marshall, you just cannot have happen.
I think the reputation of a Longview Marshall game kind of preceded itself. And the minute you see someone turning around saying anything to the opponent, they're going to try to nip it in the bud pretty early.
Oh, yeah. It's heating up a little bit right now.
He's like, hey, you know, we're just playing basketball. And the referee's like, no, this is just Longview and Marshall playing basketball. And we're not going to let this escalate.
Nope. Not at all. Refs is staying under control. And that's probably why they was calling the fouls the way that they was earlier, too.
All right, big man. We need you to release, help get the ball in.
Mitchell with it, defended by 14, Oni.
Our big is going to be open. We
Nice
got to see if he's under control.
Slow down. There you go.
Stay in.
You know, that's what we just talked about. We knew he was going to be open, but what we worried about with him all night was catching it and being under control. But yet again, he wasn't quite there.
Yeah, he just stay in. Stay at your own pace and go up strong.
Yeah,
you're able to at least draw a foul if you don't get the 2 points.
When you're one of the biggest guys on the court, you catch it down that low. There's no need for you to rush.
Yes.
You can take it, get a beat, get 2 beats, and then go up and score. You don't have to catch it in one motion and go straight to the basket.
And I guarantee you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but just by doing that now, you know, we gave up a potential 2 points on that end to now 2 free throws on this end.
And I guarantee you, with you being 6'7", when you gather yourself and you go up for it, they're going to be trying to foul you. So go up there and try to dunk on everybody if you can.
Those little boys don't want anything of you down there. You know, and that's what he should be looking to do is just go ahead and dunk in it. And see, now, look at that was a 4-point turnaround from where we had an opportunity down here to just get us an easy basket because we knew he was going to be open.
All right, so you got under a minute to go in the quarter. The last 2 quarters, once we get down to the end of the quarter, has it gone in our favor? Let's see if we learned anything.
Yeah. They're going to call that as the 7th foul. We're shooting.
Hey.
You know, the good thing is we're in the bonus.
Yeah.
That's a plus. You know, I would honestly like to see Campbell Williams back in the game. You know, I thought when he was in the game, he gave us a lot more stability. You know, when we're forced to kind of go 1 big against 1 big, we actually had 2 bigs against their 1 big. And so when Campbell Williams was in the game, they were kind of forced to pick their poison a little bit, and it actually helped Blandberg a lot more. So we'll see, you know, going into the 4th quarter, we're still up by 5. Let's hope that, you know, we can end this quarter strong.
And I like when they're playing us, man, having Campbell Williams at that high, at the 3-point line, setting that high screen.
Yep.
And if they're in zone, I like him at that low block too.
Absolutely.
So Head misses the 2nd. Lobos lead by 6, under a minute to go here in the 3rd.
Okay, don't reach because don't want to pick
there we go.
attacks.
There we go.
Going to shoot again.
There we go.
Uh-oh, don't get a tech. Woo. There it is. He was chirping. I saw it coming. I hate to laugh, but the chirping started almost immediately.
And just the universal sign.
Yeah.
He got his hands up telling his coach he didn't say anything. We all saw it.
I guarantee you these referees read all the press briefings on Longview Marshall, and they were going to try very hard to make sure that this game didn't get out of control because we were all sitting there looking at him, talking to the referee, and it was a small gesture. And he teed him up off of that small gesture.
Yes, indeed.
So, you know, hopefully Coach Weaver can let his guys know. And, you know, the other thing is Coach Weaver's getting a great introduction into what Longview Marshall, what the rivalry is all about right now.
That is correct.
Sure, so it's going to be 1-1 for Brown. And then it's going to be 2 free throws for Marshall, and then the Marshall's going to have the basketball. Lobos up by 7. Make that 8. So Brown makes both of those. We're going to head this way. That's going to be Zero, the big man. They're going to let him shoot these.
Yeah, so you guys are telling me this is their best free throw shooter on the team?
I'm not telling you that. I think the coach is insinuating.
What the coach is insinuating?
Hey, he asked for the ball himself.
Is that what the coach is insinuating?
He asked for it himself. I watched it. I watched it.
You know, if we had enough time, I would have put a little wager in. I don't know if we can do that live on game day if we can make wagers. But I would have put a little wager in on these free throws.
Yep. He definitely asked for it himself.
Oh, he asked for it?
Oh, yeah. He told everybody else, I got this.
Oh. Well,
so McCoy makes the second, and it's going to be Mavericks basketball trailing by 7 with 50 seconds, just below 50 seconds left to go here in the third.
I guess when you score all the points for your team, you're like, I can shoot the free throws if I want to.
Yeah, he's the leading scorer, leading Marshall with 10.
Yeah.
Nice pass.
And
finishes and one.
It's not the way you want to close out there.
Yeah, you don't want your big leaving their leading scorer, the only guy tonight that's scoring points for them, alone underneath the basket. You know, force some of these guards to do something.
And that's what you say, bring Campbell Williams back in the game.
Exactly, because
bring
Campbell. Yes, you bring Campbell Williams back in. Now you can let Blattenberg go over and chase those little guys coming up around the rim.
Oh yeah, we got a 4-point game here. We got numbers.
Oh my goodness.
Jakevian McCoy is playing on both sides of the ball right now.
Yeah, you know, he's making his presence known for sure.
Probably need to pass that one there, fellas. 3-on-1.
Yep, Marshall settling for the last shot here. With
15 seconds left. Again, excellent third quarter. This is going to be a much tighter finish than we anticipated about 5 minutes ago.
More than you want it to be.
Big man gets his own, tips his own miss to end the quarter.
And that's three straight times to end the quarter they have finished with points on their side. Or ended with a run.
Absolutely. You know, we started this quarter being up by 10.
Yes.
And, you know, now we're ending it up by 2.
And that goes back to...
Yeah, so real quick, we're going to take a quick break between quarters because we may not get another one.
Gotcha.
We'll be back with you here in about a minute.
Printing your photos just got easier. Just pick your size, color, and favorite photo, and we'll do the rest. Because your unforgettable moments are meant to be framed.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Charlene Ingram today.
Alrighty, we are back with you. Lobos with another slow into a quarter, Keaton. We got a 2-point game headed into the fourth quarter. Looks like we're going to have a tight finish here, something that I wasn't anticipating about 6 or 7 minutes ago after that run.
Yeah, Frank, this has been more like self-inflicted wounds. We've hurt ourselves at the end of each quarter, going back to the 4 to 6 points that we gave up at the end of the second half. We could easily be up by more than what we are right now. It's a dogfight to the beginning of the fourth quarter.
And Mitchell finds an open shooter. That's Brown in the corner. His first 3-point attempt short. Wilder with the rebound, back to head to slow things down.
Hey, that was a good set to come out to start the quarter. Had a double pick there.
There's an open look for Mitchell. He passes it up. Defended by Knox. Gets inside to Wilder. Nice look. He can't get the floater to go, but he tips it up. That's no good. Back into the hands of Blandberg, but Marshall comes away with it.
Had a good set. Had great opportunities, but we just weren't able to capitalize and get any points down.
That's right. 2 really good looks that possession. They're going to call Brown for the foul.
You know, it's interesting what a full game makes, because Marshall started this game out with a little bit of a stall offense, and now, you know, you make a run and we're going into the fourth quarter, and Longview kind of pulls it back and slows up some. So it's all kind of interesting.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you give a team like Marshall confidence.
Oh, absolutely.
And they absolutely are in this game, and they think that they can beat you.
Yes.
Knox with the acrobatic shot, can't go. Blandberg with the rebound, gets it back to Brown. No press here. Going to have a good look at mid-range jumpers, no good. Blandberg ends up with it. And gets it to go. There we go.
You know, you're Longview. You don't want to get too far away from what you've had success with, you know, the entire game. You know, we've had success with coming down, setting up an offense, moving the ball, attacking the middle, attacking the low post, and let's not get away from that.
Yeah, your bread and butter has been inside of that key all night long.
Open look, Knox for three. Misses. Blandberg comes away with it cleanly. Gets it to head to Mitchell, who's got three defenders, and it's going to stay with Longview. He lost that one a little bit.
Yeah, you know, you want to go ahead and get your head up, and if you got three guys on you.
He was in the trap spot. He was in the hot spot right there, so that was a trap area, and he was triple T.
Again, Lobos lead by 4. 6 minutes left to go in this one. Share the feed if you think you know anybody out there that would like to come in and watch the finale with us. Blandberg looking for an entry pass. It's denied. Nice play defensively, and we're going to have a travel because he runs into his own teammate.
We'll take out of him. I don't know why he's looking at the ref. Confused.
Trey Sony with a nice defensive play to deny that entry pass, but makes a mistake and gives the ball back to the Lobos.
I think he's saying the ref pushed me into you, buddy. It wasn't me.
I wouldn't say anything to these refs tonight. I wouldn't even look at him. Nice move by Brown.
Nice.
Euro step, can't finish. Fights for the rebound, but the big man, McCoy, comes away with it. Had a good look.
Yeah, McCoy's a little tired. He's a little winded right now, running up his court.
Yeah, you know, I think pretty soon here we'll see Campbell Williams back in the game.
Yeah, I think this rest probably means he's going to be in the rest of the way.
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
There's a charge.
That was a good charge. Hey, he was there all day long. This is a great call, ref.
Kendrick Brown's giving him some pretty solid minutes off the bench tonight as well.
Yeah, he has been.
Making up for a technical, he got called earlier on.
So there's no restriction area in high school ball, so you know, you could sit down there and take that charge as deep as you want, and he did that just then. That was pretty
Brown
good.
Again, he finds Blandberg. One move, sets his feet, and he's fouled. That's what we're looking for.
I love that good aggressive move.
Yeah, and it was under control, which is something he hadn't done much tonight, is being under control like that.
Big old body like him, he just needed that one dribble to get inside and get sealed and to force that foul.
And your Lobos are in the double bonus. That's 2 regardless where they called it. I don't know that I've seen Blandberg on the line yet. Not sure what kind of stroke he's got. I suspect we are going to find out here shortly, though. Looks good from here.
We'll take it.
He looked comfortable.
We'll take it.
I met him before the game down in the locker room area. That's a good young man. You can tell.
Yes.
Got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, very manageable young man.
I came out to a practice last week, and he was one of the people first come over and said hello and goes, "Hey, you're the guy from the picture on the wall." He was like seeing the M&M's commercial.
I met
he's real.
I met his dad and him. I'm gonna throw a plug in one of our sponsors at Crunch last weekend.
Oh, great!
I thought very highly of him then too.
Yes. So welcome him and his family to Longview. Yes, We're glad you're here to be a part of our community. Thank you for bringing your son.
Yes,
and
indeed.
6'7" is always welcome on the basketball court.
Always welcome.
And on that note, if you're looking for somewhere to work out in Longview, me and Keaton, we see each other there all the time. Crunch is the place to be. It's a different type of energy. Lots of folks, lots of machines. Anything you want to do, they will find a way to do it. They've got a daycare there.
They do have one.
You know,
they do have one.
Crunch opened in New York City, and there was one in Midtown. And when you said Crunch Fitness, it was like going to a nightclub. It was like going to day spa. It was like going to lunch. It was one of the most popular places to be.
Absolutely.
And from what I hear, it seems like it's one of the most popular places to be in Longview right now.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm a morning person. I need to get mine in the morning time with least people talking to me, messing with me, because I'm gonna be there all afternoon if I go in the
I don't know
time.
if Crunch Fitness actually has a quiet time, because that place is constantly busy.
Hey, I tell you what, I've been for the last year and a half or so, I've been going in the mornings, and I just love it.
Good.
I can get it over with and go on with the rest of my day.
I like it.
All righty.
Shout out to Crunch Fitness.
That's right. We appreciate you helping us do this for Lobos and Lobo fans.
Yes, sir.
Do they have yoga classes over at Crunch Fitness?
They do.
Yeah, I believe they have
Absolutely.
a couple days out of the week. Have different yoga classes.
Well, I'm a yogi. I don't know if you guys knew that or could tell by the way I'm sitting over here. My posture.
There's a steal from head or by head.
Good pass.
Big man
Good
finishing.
look.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah, Blandberg's total is up to 10.
Oh.
Another turnover.
Well, you know, if you're Longview, that's what you want. You want to see they're big out here out on the floor playing point.
And that is a result of him playing this whole second half. He's tired.
Yeah.
You watching him, watch him run up and down the court.
Well, you
he
see
can
his
barely
body
keep
language.
up. Yeah. And I'm telling you, those body blows that he's taking is also paying.
There we go.
Taking a toll on him too.
Sure.
The Lobos with an 8-point lead, 4 minutes to go here in the fourth. Just hoping we can finish this quarter unlike we have the previous three.
That's absolutely right.
Let's finish this thing off. Start the boys broadcast year out on a high note.
You know, I like the way Blandberg's moving. He's going to find himself getting an easy offensive rebound by the way he's moving because McCoy is having a hard time staying with him.
It's a good time out there. You want to get you some good points here.
That's right. We'll stick with it through the timeout here. We're just about under 4 minutes to go in this one. Love the energy from the Lobos here to start the second half of this fourth quarter.
You know, we're kind of looking like the fresher team here heading down the stretch.
Most definitely.
You know?
Most definitely.
And you would think as much as some of our players have, our bench rotation hasn't been as deep as you would think. You know, so we probably only rotated about 2 or 3 guys off the bench, and we look really, really fresh heading down here the final minutes of the game.
I want to give credit to Coach Sam Weaver. He's out there coaching his butt off right now. He's laying it in to some of the guys. He doesn't like what they're doing. He's not taking it easy off of them.
Yes.
He's not taking anything off of them. So
You know,
close this out right.
I'm sure he realizes that, hey, we're heading in the district. This is my first year here. Yeah, we've had a great preseason, but, you know, this is where my coaching really starts right here, that I've got to make sure that I'm instilling in them everything I expect.
Right.
You can expect some really good basketball. This is a tough district. Going to be some good games. We got 5 Tuesday nighters this month. Uh-oh.
That's what you
Torian
don't
Culberson.
Hey,
What a
defense.
play. Oh, my goodness.
Good hustle.
Chris Head's got to look. Big man says, no, sir, but rebound to Blandberg.
So be under control here. You know, we got the clock to our favor, and that's what you don't. You know, you don't want that turnover.
Yeah, you could have easily called a timeout there just to kind of set it up.
I didn't see who that was. Was that
Blandberg? He overthrew.
No, I mean on the other end with that defensive play.
That
Who
was Kendrick
Justice?
Brown. Kendrick Brown.
We got some senior leadership back in the game.
was
That's kind of what we
athleticism
needed
there.
right now. To make sure we take care of the ball down the stretch.
Uh-oh.
There you go, right there.
Stolen
He just
by Mitchell.
checked in
Wilder behind.
and already made a difference. Look at that.
And
Nice play. Lobos extend the lead to 10 now.
That got up there quickly.
So Longview's back in the zones. First time we've seen this tonight. You know, it looks like it's it's back in a 2-3 zone, it looks like. Yeah.
Kind of a matchup base.
We'll let them have that all night. Big man comes away with it, and he's going to be fouled before the shot. That's going to put them into the bonus and send Jacoby and McCoy to the line, who's got 15 tonight, our leading scorer.
You know, one thing you don't want to do when you got a struggling team is to put them on the free throw line, give them some easy buckets, because when you have a guy like McCoy that's been scoring for them all night, you don't want to give him an opportunity to get some rhythm going the last 2 minutes of the game.
No, you're able to let him catch his breath and everything, too.
Yep.
Go back to the previous play. If Mitchell would have seen Wilder behind him, we could have seen some fireworks here at the Coliseum. Brought the house down.
Yeah.
He makes them both. So the big man has 17 now.
Get your head up. Get your head up. Oh, come
Look
on.
in the
Gonna have a
middle.
turnover. Knox. He can't finish.
And one thing about us, we don't have no height out there, but besides Wilder.
Yeah, but when you've got these guards out here, you know, that was a ball handling miscue. That was a guard. That was one of your backcourt guys coming up. And, you know, one thing you don't want to do when you got a full court press, you don't want to just put your head down and dribble right into the zone.
No,
you know, you want to get your head up and look for that guy in the middle, try to get some easy ball reversal, get the ball over into the front court, and set up your offense.
And that's basketball 101, especially when you're right there in the corner. You know a trapper's coming.
Absolutely.
You can't get it back. You know somebody's coming in the middle.
Absolutely.
Good.
Wilder back out, had an open man, but missed him. Turner.
You know, this is how you let a team back in. You know, there's still enough time in this game for Marshall to make a quick push. And you know, and there's you know, 2 turnovers back to back.
And that was a mental mistake right there because our spacing was just too. We didn't have any spacing on that. We was a 3-on-1, 3-on-2, and we was right there together, which give the ball to Chris Wilder, who's probably better going forward, going towards the goal. You don't want him dribbling.
You mentioned you know, fundamentals. You know, you're dribbling up on the right side of the court. You don't want to take it
open
hand
and
nails it all the way to the other side. You know,
and just like that, in less than 20 game seconds, we are from 10 to 5 points, and the Lobos call a timeout.
Yeah, that's what we're over here talking about. You know, this game was far from being over, and you come down 3 times down the court, and you have turnovers, miscues. You know, you easily can let a team get back in and get some momentum.
And this is what Marshall has done this whole game. They haven't, I don't think, had a lead at all this whole game, but they have been right there every single time.
We haven't been able to put them away.
No, haven't been able to.
We've had opportunities to kind of go ahead and kind of stretch this lead, kind of take their confidence out of them. You know, we started this out with a boxing reference. You know, you get enough body blows by that 8th or 10th round, you know, you're not going to have much left. Yeah. But, you know, we went away from those body blows, it seems like, and we kept giving them these opportunities to catch their breath and stay in this game. And now heading down to the last 2 minutes, you know, we got a 5-point game.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like you starting to get tired, so your hands come down, and so you start leaving yourself open for those jabs.
Exactly. And when you get deep into those rounds, those jabs don't feel good.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, 2 minutes to go in this one. Lobos still lead by 5, though. Brown one-on-one. Makes a couple moves. Back out to Mitchell.
Okay.
Slow it down. There's an open look in the corner. And Wilder's a little off with a finish attempt there, and it's Mavericks basketball.
Gotta settle down.
That's blocked by Wilder.
Good D.
Excellent job. That's not Wilder. That's Brown.
Oh, and then that was out on Longview. You know, if Marshall scores right here, and let's say they score a 3-pointer, you know, that's going to then put pressure back on Longview. And the last 3-4 times down the court, Longview really hasn't ran much of an offense. They've kind of been out on the perimeter passing the ball around.
There we go.
Pick that one up.
Good hustle.
There it is. Nice pass ahead to head. Up on the big man. He can't finish. It's Mavericks basketball again with 1:18 left. Trailing by 5. Open look for 3. Oh, my goodness.
That's exactly what we just was afraid of happening.
Now it's a 2-point game with a minute left.
All right, Coach Weaver, get a timeout.
Gotta settle.
No foul.
Here goes.
Slow down. There we go. Get it to 2.
Settle.
Go ahead.
Under a minute. Lobos lead by 2.
Under control.
Nice move.
There you go.
Excellent job by Davis Justice to finish and to get the Lobos ahead by 2 possessions.
Okay, no dumb fouls here because we don't want to put them on the free throw line with the clock stop, getting easy buckets.
No, come on.
So
stay in front.
Don't reach.
4-point game. Mavericks are going to have to go. Whoa! So I thought the pass was tipped, but it wasn't, and the Mavericks players let it go out of bounds.
He was acting as if it was tipped.
He was, but I didn't see it get tipped.
I don't think he wanted anything. I don't think he wanted any of that down there.
A little pressure bust.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much for him. He was like, well, maybe I can just act like I didn't see the pass and let it go out of bounds.
So Chris Head is going to head to the free throw line for 2 with the chance to extend this Lobos lead to 6. We can make our free throws, fellas. I think we can probably chalk this one up, but, you know, we're not the ones down there with this kind of pressure on us, so these are kids.
Well, these will be big ones if he can knock them down.
The first one is just off.
You know,
still a 2-possession game.
Yeah, 25 seconds, you know, you would hope he could get one of these here, make it a 5-point lead. You know, they've only had one kid that's been able to knock down 3s tonight for Marshall, so we may be in pretty good shape, and we got our best defender down there on that kid.
It's a 5-point game.
There he is right there. He traveled.
Ooh.
Out of bounds. Oh, timeout. No, he stepped out of bounds. So
wow.
No basket.
And makes the shot as a dagger to Marshall fans. It's not funny.
Yeah, well, but, we knew he was their three-point shooter. We talked about that, you know. He was the one guy we need to keep our eye on. And I think we got lucky right then.
The dangerous inbound.
Oh,
whoa!
My Come on
goodness.
Now.
There's that Longview Marshall rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
let's keep things from getting chippy here.
I don't understand what this coach is mad about.
Yeah,
that was a delivery foul. Unless he's mad at his player, which he has every right to be.
He thought that the Longview player made an aggressive motion towards his player, and indicating what they did earlier in the game, where they called those techs. He was hoping he was going to be able to get one in just from that motion. I
believe they just teed up head. Yeah.
Okay, so they did call it then.
But was it double technicals, or is he? No, he's going to shoot his two first, and then we're going to have Marshall basketball after their free throws.
Well, I think this is a right time for us to have a little PSA message to all the Marshall fans and Longview fans. Let's all try to get home safely tonight, and not have any other incidents that can scar this game. You know, it's been a great game on the court, and we want to see that game stay on the court and not escalate to anything, you know, worse than that.
I can honestly tell you, I haven't been to a high school game that has this many technical fouls before.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that PSA probably isn't going to fall onto the ears that it needs to. The folks here in the house tonight. So,
well, maybe everyone listening's got family members here. They can shoot them a text.
So, yeah.
Hey, you know, it's a basketball game. These kids played hard. Let's let everybody get home tonight safely.
Yeah, it's a good teaching moment for both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, if they knock these two down, it's a 4-point game, and they've got possession. This basketball game is not over.
It's far from it. And the way that we've been able to not close out the end of the quarters, it hasn't been looking good for us.
Yeah, you know, we can't figure that out with Longview tonight. You know, we get these great leads. We're playing well. You know, we're moving the ball.
And kind of to touch on what you were talking about earlier, take a look at who's the free throw line in the important moments.
And he was in the game earlier.
He's their best shooter.
That point is looking pretty large right now on that technical foul they missed earlier. It would be a one-possession game.
So what is that? 4 points? I graduated from Longview High School a long time ago, guys. What is that, 4 points?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, you know, what we want here is it's going to be Marshall's ball. So what we don't want Longview to do, obviously, is foul a three-point shooter, and it goes in and creates a 4-point play sequence. But, you know, it's, how much was 18 seconds left?
Yeah, 18 seconds left.
So 18 seconds left. You play solid defense. You rebound the ball. We'll see if Coach Weaver makes any substitutions in to be able to help, you know, kind of on the board some, because we've actually struggled in the second half on the defensive boards. We haven't been able to secure that as easily. And McCoy, you know, the majority of these points he's gotten have come off second opportunity shots. And so we'll see what happens here in the last 18 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. I know we're Longview game day, but you've got to give these Marshall kids some credit. They played their tails off tonight. Probably outmatched, outgunned, and basically have a one-possession game here with under a minute. They played their behinds off.
Absolutely.
Give them some credit. If you're watching, Mavericks fans, we appreciate your effort tonight. It's been a great game to watch.
And this is what we said earlier in the pregame. Marshall, throw the record out. They're going to play you not like an 11-13 team. They're going to play you as if they're out to get this win, as if this is their season.
I think Ray might have jinxed us. We almost had an actual boxing match break. Yeah, we were talking about styles taking fights all night.
I know, but you know we love Marshall, Texas. You know, Marshall's a beautiful place, beautiful colleges and university there, beautiful.
3-point attempt by the big man. It's short, rebounded, and we're gonna have a foul, and it's gonna be Longview shooting free throws.
Jump ball.
Oh no! I thought that he went over the back, and I think Chris Head did as well.
Are you kidding me?
It's gonna be Marshall ball with 10 seconds left.
So on Longview Game Day Sport, we can't be biased towards Longview on here, can we? All right,
of course
that wasn't a good call.
Yeah, it's tough there.
Yeah, don't
shot.
foul, guys. Don't foul.
And he can't get it to go, and one.
Oh, they fouled
no! It almost went.
You know, so that actually saves us. But I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, and you saw Luka last week when he was at the free throw line and he misses one and he's able to put it back in. So if Mr. McCoy here can knock down two of these and that third shot is able to go off in the right way and they get the rebound, we could have ourselves a game here.
And we I see you got your big man in, but
yeah.
you want to think about bringing Campbell Williams in too?
Yeah, you probably do, but he missed the first one. So because him missing the first one, he has to make both of these. And so that in it, kind of gives us somewhat the victory here. He absolutely has to make this one, and they have to hope for still. But, if we toss this the length of the court here, we might have us a victory here for the first game of the district for Longview.
Yes, sir.
I think he misses this one on purpose. There it is. That's their only hope.
Look at that.
Wow.
But he still needed a three.
Yeah. That was the only hope, is to have a long rebound. Wow. Well, that was one heck of a way to start our broadcast season this year for the Lobos. We appreciate you tuning in. We're going to hang out with you for just another minute, get some final thoughts here from Keaton and Mr. Ray.
It wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. You want to know in district, you rather be on the winning side of things instead of the losing side to be able to learn and take home a win from it. But one thing that we just need to do better is just learn how to close the quarters out better.
Yep.
And going into district, like I said, each possession matters. So you're gonna have to do a better job of that.
Yeah, I think as this basketball team improves, they've got a pretty salty squad in district play here.
Yes.
I was impressed with Longview tonight. Our big kids played well. Our guards played well. If it wasn't for a couple of little turnovers there, for the most part of the game, they played under control. But, as we discussed early on, Longview Marshall is a battle.
Yeah.
You said it yourself, Keaton, regardless of what the record is, you put Longview against Marshall. Heck, one team could be 0-18, and the other team could be 18-0, and you would think they're both undefeated. So it's just one of those battles. But, I think for Coach Weaver having his first game tonight, did a great job. He showed the confidence and the training that he's put in with these kids. There was that connection there, the way they were able to manage the game. So it was a great first win.
That was his introduction to Marshall Longview. I'm sure he's heard and read and seen, but now he knows. This is a real thing. So if that's it from you guys, Mr. Wade, we really appreciate you joining us tonight. Had an absolute blast. Keaton, as always, it was a fun one.
Absolutely.
And for Keaton, for Ray, for the rest of the Longview Game Day staff.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys. I've been following the Longview Game Day app, and it's an honor for me to sit here with you guys and call a game and be back in a place where I spent a lot of years as a Lobo basketball player, and to share this night with you. So
sure,
Frank,
you're here with
thank you guys.
A couple major local celebrities.
Yeah, I know. So
I need to learn from him.
You guys get bored sometimes. Maybe I can bring some popcorn next time
so
to join you guys.
I'll say it on air. You've got an open invitation every Tuesday and every Friday night if you're available. We know how busy you are.
Yes, sir.
Just shoot me a text and I'll have a seat open for you, man.
Thanks, man. Go Lobos.
All right, you're watching Longview Game Day. We will see you Friday night for the next girls district game. Keaton, anything from you?
I'm there. All right, go Lobos.